Welcome to Dolphin Dive Daily, your go-to spot for everything Miami Dolphins. If you bleed aqua and orange, hit that subscribe button and join the pod. Tyreek Hill's recent list of his top 5 quarterbacks has sparked significant debate, and it includes a huge surprise for fans, particularly those who follow the Miami Dolphins. Hill, the dynamic wide receiver, has been vocal about his admiration for Tua Tagovailoa in the past, even going so far as to label him one of the league's top quarterbacks in 2023. However, just a year later, Hill's list looks very different, raising questions about his relationship with the Dolphins and, more specifically, with Tagovailoa. The glaring omission of Tua from Hill's latest list has become a major talking point, especially after the wide receiver had once been his most enthusiastic supporter. During a recent Q&A session with fans on social media, Hill rattled off his top 5 quarterbacks for 2025. In no particular order, he named Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Baker Mayfield, and Joe Burrow. Tua Tagovailoa was notably absent from that list, and this exclusion has left fans wondering whether Hill's views on his quarterback have shifted. After all, just last offseason, Hill had no hesitation in including Tua in his list of elite signal callers. It's hard to ignore the contrast in Hill's opinion now versus a year ago, and Dolphins fans can't help but feel concerned. For those who closely followed Hill's rise to stardom in Miami, the change in his perception of Tua is nothing short of shocking. When Hill was traded to the Dolphins in 2022, his praise for Tagovailoa was overwhelming. The two seemed to form a strong bond on the field, with Hill going out of his way to support Tua in interviews and social media posts. Fast forward to 2024, and Hill's enthusiasm for his quarterback appears to have dwindled, at least if we judge by his latest statements. While it's important to note that athletes often speak off the cuff during these informal fan interactions, the omission of Tagovailoa is a telling sign that Hill's perspective has changed. The list Hill presented in 2024 was a significant departure from his prior one. The surprise inclusion of Baker Mayfield was especially noteworthy, as he wasn't even considered a top-tier quarterback by most pundits last year. However, Hill seemed to have a particular fondness for Mayfield, and including him in the top 5 was one of the more unexpected moves of the season. Hill had also included Mayfield in his top 5 quarterbacks just months before, and while many fans were puzzled by the choice, it showed a willingness on Hill's part to champion quarterbacks who might be flying under the radar. But now, in 2025, Mayfield is still in Hill's top 5, while Tua has been replaced by bigger names like Allen and Burrow. The other quarterbacks on Hill's updated list are no surprise. Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, and Josh Allen are all perennial MVP candidates, and Joe Burrow has firmly established himself as one of the NFL's rising stars. For Hill, these quarterbacks are the cream of the crop, and it's easy to see why they make the list. However, the real focus is on the absence of Tagovailoa, who had made Hill's list just a year earlier. Was this a strategic decision based on Hill's personal preferences, or is there something deeper at play? Either way, the exclusion of Tua raises eyebrows and has sparked much conversation in the Dolphins fan base. The decision to leave Tua out of the top 5 doesn't just reflect Hill's changing opinions. It also brings attention to the tension that has been simmering within the Dolphins organization. Hill has made no secret of his frustrations in the past, and his cryptic social media posts have only added fuel to the fire. It's clear that Hill has been unhappy with certain aspects of the team, and his shifting stance on Tua only further underscores the uncertainty surrounding his future in Miami. Whether it's a rift with the quarterback or broader dissatisfaction with the team's direction, Hill's recent comments suggest that all is not well behind the scenes. In addition to the cryptic social media posts, Hill made waves at the end of the 2024 season when he openly expressed his desire to leave Miami. While he later walked back those comments, stating that he wanted to remain with the Dolphins, the damage had been done. Fans and analysts alike began speculating about his future, with many wondering if Hill would truly finish his career in Miami. Now, with the quarterback omission, it seems that Hill's frustration might still be simmering beneath the surface, ready to boil over at any moment. The speculation about his future, paired with his recent remarks, has created an air of uncertainty that hangs over the Dolphins. It's important to remember that these top 5 quarterback lists are often thrown together in the heat of the moment, especially during informal fan Q&A sessions. Hill himself may not have put too much thought into this list, and perhaps it doesn't carry the weight that many fans are attributing to it. After all, opinions change, and players are often pressured to give quick responses in these settings. However, the fact that Tua was once Hill's biggest advocate makes this omission feel more significant. It's not just about the list. It's about the message it sends regarding Hill's current views on the Dolphins quarterback. Ultimately, the situation between Hill and Tagovailoa could be a case of miscommunication or frustration boiling over. Whether or not Hill truly wants out of Miami is still unclear, but there's no denying that the relationship between the two players has changed. Hill's public admiration for Tua may have been genuine at one point, but as the team's performance fluctuated in recent seasons, Hill may have grown disillusioned with his quarterback's development. There's also the possibility that Hill is merely expressing his opinion on the matter, not necessarily indicating a desire to leave or calling out Tua directly. For Dolphins fans, this latest development raises more questions than answers. Hill's shifting stance on Tua only adds to the growing uncertainty about the team's future. Fans will have to wait and see if this is just a temporary issue or a deeper problem that could lead to significant changes within the team. As Hill continues to voice his opinions, the relationship between him, Tua, and the Miami Dolphins will undoubtedly remain a topic of intense discussion for the foreseeable future. One thing is clear. Tyreek Hill's loyalty to the Dolphins and their quarterback is no longer as firm as it once was. Still with us? Then show some love. Hit that like button and let us know in the comments. What's your take on the Fins this week? Travis Kelce has just signed with the Miami Dolphins, and the sports world is buzzing with excitement. Known for his incredible skills as one of the top tight ends in the NFL, Kelce's move to Miami has sent shockwaves through the league. The Dolphins, a team that has been looking to build a stronger offensive lineup, just added a player who can completely change the dynamic of their game. Kelce's athleticism, versatility, and leadership are exactly what Miami needs to make a push toward the playoffs. This signing not only strengthens the Dolphins' offense, but also signals their intent to be a contender in the upcoming season. For years, Kelce has been a household name in Kansas City, where he became a key player for the Chiefs. His ability to dominate in the red zone, create mismatches with defenders, and his exceptional route running have made him a nightmare for opposing defenses. As a two-time Super Bowl champion, Kelce is no stranger to high-pressure situations. Now, with the Dolphins, he'll have the opportunity to take his game to an entirely new level, and Miami fans are already imagining the possibilities. Miami's offense is now even more explosive with Kelce in the fold. The Dolphins have a star quarterback in Tua Tagovailoa, and adding Kelce to the mix will allow for a more balanced attack. Kelce's ability to stretch the field, combined with the deep threats the Dolphins already have on the outside, could create a perfect storm for opposing defenses. The tight end position has often been a weak spot for Miami, but Kelce's arrival instantly fills that gap, providing Tua with a reliable safety net and a go-to weapon in the passing game. Kelce's signing also means a lot for Miami's locker room. His leadership and experience will be invaluable for the Dolphins' young roster. Kelce is known for his high-energy personality, and his presence will certainly lift the spirits of his new teammates. His work ethic, professionalism, and approach to the game are traits that younger players like Jalen Waddle and Mike Gesicki can learn from. Kelce will be more than just a player on the field. He will be a mentor, guiding Miami's rising stars and helping them mature into elite players. The Dolphins' head coach, Mike McDaniel, has always been known for his innovative offensive schemes, and now he is one of the best in the business at his disposal. Kelce's ability to operate both as a traditional tight end and as a receiving threat in the slot opens up numerous possibilities for McDaniel's offense. Whether it's a quick slant route or a deep seam route, Kelce can do it all. This adds a new layer to the Dolphins' playbook, and McDaniel is sure to maximize Kelce's talents in ways that could make the offense even more difficult to defend. But what does this mean for Miami's playoff hopes? With the addition of Kelce, the Dolphins are positioning themselves to make a serious run at the postseason. The AFC is stacked with talented teams, but Miami has the weapons to compete. Kelce's presence will help the Dolphins not only in the regular season, but also when it matters most, during the high-stakes games in January. With an offense featuring Kelce, Tagovailoa, and explosive playmakers, Miami could be one of the most dangerous teams in the league come playoff time. One of the most exciting aspects of this move is the potential for Kelce to form an immediate connection with Tagovailoa. The two players have the opportunity to build a chemistry that could lead to an unstoppable passing attack. Tagovailoa, who has shown flashes of brilliance, now has one of the most reliable and athletic tight ends in the game. Kelce's ability to create separation, paired with his physicality, will give Tua a trustworthy target over the middle of the field, making the Dolphins' offense even more unpredictable and difficult to defend. Off the field, the Kelce to Miami connection is already generating buzz. The Dolphins are a team that thrives in the spotlight, and having a high-profile player like Kelce will only increase their media presence. Miami is a city known for its glitz and glamour, and Kelce's charismatic personality will only enhance the team's appeal to fans and sponsors alike. Whether it's his presence on social media, his charming interviews, or his celebrity status, Kelce is a perfect fit for Miami's vibrant sports culture. The Dolphins' front office deserves credit for pulling off this major acquisition. Kelce's contract signals that Miami is willing to spend what it takes to compete for a Super Bowl. In a league where top talent can often be out of reach due to salary cap constraints, the Dolphins have shown they are serious about building a championship-caliber roster. The addition of Kelce is just one piece of the puzzle, and Miami's offseason moves could make them a top contender in the AFC. As the season approaches, all eyes will be on Kelce and his debut with the Dolphins. Fans are eagerly anticipating how quickly he can integrate into the offense and begin making an impact. The combination of Kelce's elite talent, the Dolphins' high-powered offense, and the leadership he brings to the team makes this an incredibly exciting time for Miami fans. With Kelce in the fold, the Dolphins are looking more dangerous than ever, and the entire NFL will be watching to see how this new chapter unfolds in Miami. That's a wrap for today's dive. If you're loving the content, share it with a fellow Dolphins fan, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a splash. Fins up.